Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Cloud the Tank once again, and this is a going to be a little bit of an rant video, of course, as you'll probably notice from the beginning of the video for intro. So, if you manage to make it past that, then we're going to go ahead to continue on with this video of what I mean by angry rant, I guess you could say. But what we're going to be showing you is going to be on a jukebox, of course. And we're going to be telling you a couple things that I would definitely throw up as red flags and a major disappointment of what stupid things that people even do, even to still this day from back then, of not knowing what the hell they're talking, not knowing what they're actually doing when it comes to electronics that look in shapes where you shouldn't plug this thing in to begin with. So, I'll be showing you the jukebox I'll be talking about here in a second. This is it right here. It's the Wurlitzer Americana number 2. Model number 3210. Unlike the 3200, this one's only a 100 selection instead of a 200 selection. So, as you could plainly see at first, that it's a little bit dirty, and it's got the picture missing in the background. All it has is this red background, which I'm gonna try to maybe get this thing maybe to working if it's still alive, but I want to get a new power cord for it and a fuse and a relay first before I go any further of buying any parts for this thing, especially for what happened. So I bought this guy for $200, and to me personally, this is definitely probably not worth $200 for its condition. And by the end of the video, you'll probably understand why. But if you want to leave a comment down below on how much would you pay for this jukebox in its condition, you can just write down your comments down below. So let's get on with a tour on this junker, and I'll show you a lot of red flags. The first thing you'll notice that the chrome on here is bubbled, and it's really in bad shape. There's some dust over the cover that displays the details, deposit, press here, and all that. The keys are pretty much all destroyed. This thing is gonna definitely a lot of work because the keys are not very springy on some of them. Some are springy and others are not. So, but there's a severely cracked. As you can see, there's just fallen completely apart. So there's that one. And Victory Glass was selling these, just this piece by itself, for freaking $10. So, and I have about 20 keys here that I have to replace. So that's quite a bit of money, about $200 worth of freaking buttons for this damn thing. So, and the funny thing is he's got this sticker that's on here for $255, which, like I said, I only paid $200 for this damn thing, and it's, like I said, not worth it. So the front grill portion of it's got some rust, and it's only got one speaker. I think this thing originally must have came with a second speaker, but I don't know. They might have sold this thing as a mono, but the amplifier in the back is still stereo based. So, see if I can. As you can see, there's some surface rust on this thing, so this grill is gonna have to be cleaned it up a little bit. The Americana logo too is still in pretty decent shape, and so is the Wurlitzer and its emblem right here. So at least that's a pretty decent. We'll take a look at the inside, and then we'll take a look at the back. Alright, so this is what the inside looks like, and I'm going to have to hold this door. And but notice this piece right here is very loose, so that's definitely going to need some work. There's some severe rust right here. As you can see, I can't even tell what the hell the numbers are even anymore. And even on the thing down below, it's starting to wear itself out as well. So It's going to be a real pain in the ass to figure that out. This jukebox looks like it is almost in play mode, or somewhat, because the grip, the arm right here that picks up the records on the, I believe is the A side that comes up, is engaged. But as right now, the tone arm is not in full play mode because it's still springy. So this, like I said, this thing is in the interface between rejecting or engaging, one of the two. There's some surface rust at the bottom, a little bit here. Sticking camera's losing focus. Come on, there you go. There's a switch right here. It's got some rust. Right here is some ballast over here. Of course, it's missing a light bulb, and I believe there's a light bulb that's supposed to be in the front as well. It's, I'm believing, it's also missing. For what I could tell, yes, it is missing. So. There's the coin, basically telling you if you have credits or not. I believe that's what that's for. The mechanism back here, it's got some rust on it as well. It's really dirty and dusty, and you can see the support right here looks like it's been spliced. I have no idea what the hell is going on with that, so, but I'll figure something out what's going on with it. It does have the coin mech still in here, which is a plus. So I'm not sure if this thing should run on coins, but if it does, I'll probably leave it as is. I don't care. It's just recycle the coins all over the place. But it is missing a coin bag, which I'm gonna, if this jukebox, like I said, is worth salvaging, then I am going to do that. Get a coin bag for it. I do have the coin door, which is not attached, which you can probably see in the dark somewhat right there. There's a coin door, and I got the coin door over here, which I have absolutely no keys for it whatsoever. So there's obviously the lock is really loose and hell. Let's see, this frickin' pops out. See? Okay, so I also got this shield right here, which I gotta figure out exactly where it's gonna go. I think this actually went to the back of the control center. I think that the main brain, but I want to stop this thing real quick so that way I can turn this thing, because I don't got a lot of room in here at all. So I'll show you the back of it, and I'll show you major red flags of why not to plug this thing in. Alright, here's the back of the jukebox, and I'll get to the nasty part in a minute here. You can see on the top here, there's some rust right here. There's the Wurlitzer logo, which still looks pretty decent. There's some scratch marks on the T right here. And there's a severe scratch mark on the R. So, there's quite a bit of scratch marks all over the back of this thing. And here's the original plate for it, right here at the bottom. It's like towards like in the middle of the jukebox. It's even got some numbers right here, which is severely oxidized, and you can see the key for this door has been destroyed, so I'm gonna have to replace that because somebody was being a dick and they didn't want to frickin' try to order a key or whatever, and they just drilled it out and destroyed it. Thank you. Alright, and here it comes. You can see right there, there's strike one. It's this jumbled mess of wires. I'm not too sure if it's the guy that I bought it from who did this, or the previous owner who had it, but this is just an absolute frickin' wreck. I mean, if you're actually going to try doing something like this, probably make it cleaner than this. And if you see cords like this, do not plug your jukebox in or any other device whatsoever. Like what other people say, electricity is dangerous for yourself and for the machine if you don't have it properly set. And this is one of those cases. And you can see for that cord, it goes straight to the control amplifier, the main power supply that's got to power this entire jukebox. So, and if we pull this thing out even more, You can see right here that somebody taped this thing right up. And look at this. Bare fucking wire. This is his main thing right here. Why in the hell you should not plug something like this in? I mean, look at this. If you were to plug this thing into a wall socket, this thing would literally frickin' touch each other and short something out really bad. Because you got 125 volts coming out of your wall socket or more, and it's going straight to this right here. Well, you have these two wire connectors actually touching each other. And it's getting plugged in through this extension cord that somebody's got attached, which would downgrade the electricity even more, and this wire is not heavy enough. You can see this is some pretty heavy outside sleeve here. This is some light stuff right here. You don't want to have your jukebox with this light wire. This might be good for like a vacuum cleaner or something like that, but not for a jukebox. Please don't. If you see something like this, do not plug your jukebox in whatsoever. And you can see right here, somebody actually took a power cord and attached it to this, which I have no idea what this goes to, but I'm not going to plug this thing into anything until I figure out what it goes to and what the deal is. So right there was strike number 1. Strike 2 is in here, and I will show you in a second. Assuming that my battery doesn't die right here. Another stupid thing that you gotta watch out for. As you slowly pull this thing out, there's one thing that right here that pops out severely. This is gonna be kind of dark, so sorry. You see that right there? Those are alligator clips. And no, they're not laying in here. They're actually connected in line. As you can see, they're connected to a fuse. This is one thing you don't want to do whatsoever. Having bare alligator clips inside of your main control center and have them used for leads for your fuse. Use actual wire, not alligator clips. If you're going to use alligator clips, only use it for testing purposes if you have to test something maybe. But if you're going to use it in actual operation, that's a big no-no. And strike number 3 is just beyond this. Ready for this? This is a common thing that I see quite often in jukeboxes, and a lot of repair people that repair jukeboxes probably run into this as well. This right here. The old tinfoil trick. Definitely do not take your fuse and actually put tinfoil over it. What these fuses are supposed to do, they're supposed to save your jukebox in case there's a short. And if you bypass it by having tinfoil like this, you could end up frying the whole system for whatever short happened. So basically, you could fry out this entire circuit board, or maybe part of it until something stops it. So that way it doesn't continue any further. So this thing, like I said, is an absolute freaking wreck. And you can see the fuse right below it is actually blown, and I'm hoping that actually saved it. But I have no idea, but I'm hoping so. But yeah. So $200 on a jukebox that's got rust damage, bad chrome, busted switches, bad wiring, bad fuse, and just plain old and gunked up. So, is it really worth $200? To me, no. This might only be worth maybe about $50 to $100, if that. It's definitely not worth $200 for this thing. So, and you can see, there's a relay over here that's missing, and I'm going to have to get a new relay. But, first, I want to get a new fuse right here, and get a new power cord before anything happens. So, I don't know why in the hell people do this stupid kind of crap, but please, whatever you do, if you have something that looks like this, don't plug it in. Because you can actually save yourself a lot of headache, and you also save the mechanics a lot of headaches to telling you if your jukebox or any other device like a vacuum cleaner or your television is actually worth fixing. Because they'll just probably tell you it's not worth fixing. You just may as well just go get a new one, because this thing is only going to be used for parts. And this is the main reason why. So, this is Cloud Tank once again, so see you again in another video. Take care.